Good day, good morning, and good afternoon. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for today. I thank you for all of your blessings and all your provisions. I thank you for your grace and your kindness and your mercy. And I just ask that you would give us wisdom, discernment, discipline, and skills as we execute some trades in the market today. In the name of Yeshua, amen. Okay, I'm just finished rebooting my computer and getting everything kind of like stripped down so that I'm not running anything that doesn't need to run, just so we can make sure that this live stream goes a little bit better. I'm just getting things going here. What's going on here? Trying to get my internet scene working. Okay. All right. Here's Wednesday. Why is it not coming up? All right. So we don't have any high impact news folders until later into the afternoon, 2 p.m. with FOMC meeting minutes for today. And we're starting today's session out at 9,548.68. 548.68. All right. Stop losses. Let's. Oh man, the volatility is so good. Just have a quick measure on these cycles. 25 pips there. 30 pips. 31 pips. Huh, we could probably, even though there's so much action going on in the market, 17 pips. We could maybe drop the stop losses down. I'm still a little bit wary of doing that with what's going on, so I'm gonna still leave the 50 pips stop loss on, I think. Yeah, just through this London session, we haven't had any of those like 40 pip runs, 40 or 50 pip runs. So, but at any given point, we could get one of those. So I'm still going to stick with the 50 pips for now. Oh, excuse me. Last night, managed to break over the 500 mark. Okay, we got some news hitting right now. $8.20. Oh, maybe this is not news. Just super good volatility. Yeah. Some serious stuff going on. This has got to be news now. It's got to be news. Forex Factory is not coming up with whatever it is. Okay, if this pops up, we will take a little profit and probably go short. If it pops down, we'll just buy more again. And if we can get a little profit, we gotta take a loss off the top just to mitigate the risk. There we go. Oh, what the? Now we've got news coming in. Saudi Arabia's important east-west oil pipeline has been struck by an attack. Not one of those unimportant pipelines, just an important one. Okay, just take the loss off the top. And if this pops back down, I'll just buy it again. Buy it here, buy one more if it drops. There you go. One more. That's it for that. And then we'll get into another 3 down here. And then if it keeps going, we'll just hold for a bit. Sometimes you gotta act really fast on these. Okay, and if we can get that layer off, we'll also take another loss off the top. Okay, just about there. One more profit. Just hit that last target. Come on. Then we're going to take one loss on those bad position, the losing position. Just barely bumping into it. Not taking it. There we go. Okay, so take the loss over here. And now we've got a really nice small position, and we're good and balanced if it drops back down. Now I don't really want to take the short because I feel like it might pop up. I'd rather take the short if it pops back up here. But if it drops down now, we're in good shape to buy a bunch more again. So, and we brought our dollar cost average much closer, so we don't need the market to really go far to be in profit. Actually, we're already in profit, so that's good. Breaking that little consolidation to the upside. This consolidation right in here. So we're looking good to just clear out all these positions. We're off to a really good start. Just putting a little bit of oil on this pinched nerve. Good morning, Larry. Just putting a little oil on that pinched nerve. It's driving me nuts this morning. How's it going with you? Some serious volatility today, kind of like we were expecting. And we're off to a good start. We've put almost $5 into the account already. Last night I was able to break the 500 mark as well. So we're just definitely on our way back up again. After that couple weeks of just hitting stop losses, we're starting to come back. How's it going, Larry? You been capitalizing on all the movement, or has it been a challenge for you, or has it been good for you? Good. Do you find that you're able to do well in these market conditions, or do you find that they're a struggle for you? Oh, right, you're in the DX trade demo. Trade light. Yeah, nice. If you trade light, I'm finding these conditions are fantastic. If you're trading light and just widen those variables out a little, if you don't, like I'm good with the 50 pip stop losses, and it's been really good. We've made a really good comeback over the past couple days. We're back over the 9,500 mark as of last night. At the lowest, this account was all the way down to $9,170. Well, I think it was last week, or maybe it was the week before. Either way, we've made a really good comeback. I expect today will be also pretty good. Okay, let's see if this breaks out. Is it gonna keep running? Check the hour. Yeah. Okay, so we don't really want to be short up here if it's gonna take off again. So we'll let it take off and run before going short, or not even go short. But this is not a good spot really to go short. I mean, you could. It's just if it breaks, it's probably gonna run pretty good again. One, two. I was up late last night trading over here, and oh man, I just got out of the wrong spot. I rode this swing all the way up, but because it went up and down so fast, I didn't end up closing for profits up there, and I should have. So I ended up closing here because like I was really following my rules for closing behind the 5 minute candle, but we didn't get a 5 minute candle pivot up there. So it just went up and down, and I measured it too as it was running, and I in my mind I thought we were just going to get a big continuation, and so I didn't take the profits. And then it came back super fast, but I still ended up making a good chunk here. But that was into the London Open or the Frankfurt Open, and made it over the 500 mark. But sure enough, it ended up coming right back up. So I had to wait a few more minutes, but whatever. That's what it is. Looks like we're trying to break out again to the upside. Should have held some of those trades. Should have held on to some of those buys from a few minutes ago. So now we've got run up. Let's measure the run from pivot to where we are now. This has been 26, 27 pips. So we will be able to short this. Actually, you know what? We would probably even start to do that because we've got this line here now. The 7,100 mark is very likely to come and test that. So let's go short. Actually, only if it goes up more. If it runs up a good leg, we'll definitely short it. Because this line here is now going to become like a magnet. So as it tries to shoot up, it will very likely come back and test it. So we can take some shorts up here because this run is already almost 30 pips long. Okay, just let it pop up. And then we can short it. I actually shorted quite a bunch yesterday. Back over here. This was like right in the early Tokyo. I think it was even before the Tokyo session opened. I happened to have the computer nearby, and I traded a whole bunch through this section. Right through here. And I shorted the tops of all this. So that was a good little session. That was a big chunk of where that 5 making it to the 550 mark came from. All right, if we can get another pop higher, we'll take the short. All right, so let's add a short here. And now that target comes in nicely before that 7,100 mark. So it's a good spot. And then we'll let it run another 4 pips up or so, and then we'll grab another short. And we'll just, it's a bit of an outside range, but we should be able to work our way through it just because of how much it's already run. This market has run about 30 pips now. So if it ran another 30, we'd still be fine because of our 50 pip stop loss. So it's run almost 30 now. If it ran another 30, that would be a 60 pip run, and we could definitely manage our way through that. So that's why I'm okay to short up here because of the extent of the magnitude of that run already. Okay, it's looking like it's going to go for another run higher, which is fine. It's actually really slowing down to the upside. Yeah, it's just stalling out there. Is it gonna make another candle higher? Okay, we got a little tiny little 3-bar reversal trying to trigger in here. See if it can make its way back to that line. And then we can also take a long. If we can hit that profit, we could also take a long. So we've technically got a 3-bar reversal. So we should get a second bar down to test that line. And we're trying the highs again. Got almost an engulfing bar here to the bull side. We'll see. This might give it an opportunity to have another leg higher. So let's just see if it can do that. It's really slow. 850. We're almost at the new hour. I'm going to add one short if it pops up just a little bit more. Okay, kind of missed that. If you can get another opportunity to get a short up here, take it. Because it's really slowing down. And as we get to that new hour, we usually see a reversal come in. So it's timing out for to have a leg down, or at least a little leg down. And if it ran up for the next 5 minutes, then we'd be looking really good for a reversal to happen. So either way is fine. Okay, it's got an opportunity to break all these highs and make a run higher now. And we've got those bears starting to show up. As it sits up here and we get more and more time spent, it starts to give it more of an opportunity to continue its bullish momentum. Okay, now it's got an opportunity to break these highs and go for another leg higher. So if it decides to break up, we'll wait for 2 bars. And it's struggling there, so I'm going to just add a short right up on that spot. And then hopefully if we get a test back down on these lows, we can get our profit. There's the second bar in the breakout, and it like barely went anywhere, so that's a pretty good indication that it's running out of steam to the upside. Got the 3-bar reversal coming in. I'm gonna just bring this up just a little here so we can just test those bottoms and we'll get profit. And then I'll probably just close the other one at a 0 or a small gain. So let's just take the small one on that one too. So there's our profit. And that trade's good. I just, it's building this support here, so I don't want it to have to break down and get to here in order for us to get out with profit. So That's why I just took the other one off for a small win. Let's just let it do something now. Can go where it wants to go. You. Oh, David's in. Good morning, David. Sorry, wasn't paying attention to the chat there for a sec. And Larry will be here and will be listening to Todd and will give you any updates. Well, that is great. Thank you, Larry. It's good to have both you guys in here. David, I made some good progress yesterday into last night. It's up late last night, but managed to make it back over the 9,500 mark for some really good gains coming back. And I was able to bump up my lot size just a little. I said that if we can clear the 9,500 mark, we could bump up to 0.03s. So now trading 0.03s, and we're well on our way back. So very grateful for that. I was telling Larry that I traded, I'm going to put the 15-minute chart on so we can go back over here. Oh, yeah, there we go. This was like right before the Tokyo Open. There was some news, and I happened to have my computer by me. And so as this started, it was big. There was so much movement in there. So I ended up going long. This dropped a whole bunch, and I went long and long, 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 long. Grabbed all the longs, and as it came back up, I was shorting the tops of this and made a nice chunk through there. And then I ended up riding a big chunk of trades longs as this was dipping down. I was buying it, and then ended up scoring a bunch of trades here. I really should have got my more profit on that leg up, but it was super quick. It just ran straight up and straight down, and so it didn't really fit in my rules of trailing behind the 15-minute candles. But so I made a good chunk of money in there too. I think we went from where were we yesterday? I'm gonna just see where we were at. We were at 9,350 was where we were at yesterday. And now we're at 9,550. So another $200 up from where we started yesterday. So a super, super good day. And there's that, see that, that's why I wanted to get out of that one little trade, because it's just running out of downward direction. As it started to create these pivots here, started to form a support higher up rather than on that line. And we're right at the 9 o'clock mark, which means that 1 hour bar is going to be really strong. It's going to be a really strong close. So now if we look at that, you can see that 1 hour bar has closed strong above all these highs. So there's a good chance we're going to get some follow through and continuation to the upside. But we're going to need a pullback before we can go long. Yeah, it was a really strong push, super strong push last night. Here we go for another leg higher. Okay, if this extends upward in a strong way, I'll start fading the ends of it. Actually, I'm going to add one right here, short. So that target, that target's a little bit too far down. So we'll just bring that up a little to there, and that's a really high probability spot. This level will be also like a magnet at some point. Market will want to try and test there, and possibly still even this level. It might still try and come back down to there. That 171. So we'll just let this thing extend out a little bit more. And then short the ends of it. It'll be just very similar to the run over here when I was shorting this run yesterday. Even if it's a really strong push to the upside, if you time it right, there's always little bits of consolidation where you can make your money. So we should be good. And then see how it's coming down, and it's resting right on that high right there. There we go. Got that profit. And we can just go long here too. Got a long on, and then we'll go long again down here. And then pretty much play all these lines if it shoots down. But I think we're going to see some continuation to the upside now. We'll see. So David, you don't trade the Tokyo or the London session, correct? Right now you're just trading the New York session, and it's actually the stock market open. Is that what you like to, you get your one trade in during that 1 hour, and is that it? If it presents itself. All right, we just got the profit on that one as well. Wait, did we get it? Yep, we got it. All right, so if it pushes down, we'll go long again. Go long here. Go long here. Just got my finger on the trigger in case it pops down to that red line. Okay, oh man, I think I just missed that. It did just barely pop down. That was exactly what I was trying to get. See if it gives us another opportunity. One more little push. And we've got a 3-bar reversal. Now going back to the upside. So we missed that one little, for just a second it popped down and touched the line. So I missed that. Yeah, David, I'll go counter trend if the price cycle is in the right state. And so I was going to be okay with going counter trend because if we measure from this pivot down here to this pivot up here, that price cycle had run 33 pips, 34 pips. And so if it's more that it was at the end of its price cycle, as it was breaking out. So, okay, so we're gonna just go along right here. And then, so it actually was at a pretty good state to roll back and turn around. Now, if it kept going, I've got 50 pip stop losses on. So it would be fine for me to have the market run another 30 pips. If it ran another 30 pips, we'd still be fine with that cycle, knowing that it should still pull back and have some opportunities for profits. So because it broke out here, like when it broke out to run higher, it had just extended a long ways already. And so in that case, that's a decent spot to go counter trend. Now, like if the market had run down to here and then pulled back here and it was taking off from here, that would be a different story, because if the pivot was here and it was a higher pivot low, it could run a lot further without any problems. But because it started from so low all the way up to here, that made it a good opportunity for a counter trend trade. Those price cycles are super important. Oops. Just the New York Open for now. The 2 trades, as long as they are there and follow my rules. Man, that's perfect. You're speaking the right language, just as long as it meets your criteria for your rules. And you started looking at the London Open last week. The London Open is a solid open. Good time to trade for sure. Are you looking at executing your same method, your same strategy, and just seeing how it works at the London Open? Is that what you're looking to do at the moment? Hey Larry, if you want, feel free to invite anybody when that class is done too. If they feel like they want to come over and join in, make them feel welcome. Oh shoot, do I have something running in the background? Do I have something running in the background? I don't see anything running.
Attention video creators, go to Artlist and start generating cinematic videos now with VO3.
David, do I have something running in the background still? Is it, am I playing something? I can't find anything running, so I'm not quite sure. Oh, we've just got really delayed stuff going on here. Do I have something running in the background? everything remains the same other than the session. And one out of the three pairs will change for that session. Okay, cool. That sounds good. Oh, thought you heard a doggy. I might have just been my kids. They might have just, that might have been what you heard. Okay, so we'll grab one more trade right here on that bottom. All right, so if we can get this market to extend a little further down, we can buy it up again. At the moment, we really need it to just go further or go back up. But this is like a pretty good example of why that 33 pip or whatever that was, 30 pip run is started to turn over because that price cycle was well spent. It was pretty much done. So it's not a good place for it to break out and have a really big leg up and keep running. It was at a pretty much a perfect spot to have a small breakup and then try and come back down. Now it could turn around now, and now it's got a great spot to make a run higher. If it makes a pivot right in here, now it could go another 30 or 50 pips easily if it wants. I don't know if it's going to. Might be done for the day. Actually, let's check and see how much it's run on the day now. We'll check this daily bar. And then from the bottom to the top, we've run 135, 435 pips, 135 pips. So that's generally, that's an average bar, is it's overrun its average. Now on this particular world circumstances, that's not much of anything. But on the average daily bar, that's a big bar. So we've pretty much run the daily average already. The ADR is completed, but because of the war going on, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily done. If it was like on another type of day, I would say that that average daily range is now finished. But today, this week is going to be a little bit more of a special, more unique setup. So they could keep going. I don't know. I don't know. Just follow our rules. And there's a profit on that bottom layer. It's funny because I have a cat that often sits on the bed beside me, and sometimes he snores, and it's like a really loud snore too. So I was like, "What is he hearing my cat too?" Sometimes he has like a squeaky snore. It's kind of funny. And he's bigger than a Chihuahua. He's a big boy. He's like over 20 pounds, 22 pounds. Okay, if it pops down, we'll just go long again. Just keep these iterations going. We could see potentially a little mini head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. If we got a shoulder here, let's put these little markers in. Got one here. And then we've got potential head there. Now, if we create another little pivot over here, could have a little inverse head and shoulders maybe. So I'm going to buy this right in there. And that target is at a good spot. So we'll see if we get that little mini inverse head and shoulders. If not, it's no big deal. We'll just buy it up if it keeps going down. But it's kind of like a good little shape in here that we could see. Looks like that mini inverse head and shoulders is not coming to fruition. I'm actually gonna just remove all these chart objects and we'll just start over again just to reassess, clear it up, and then reassess the market. I'm gonna go long right here, just as we're hitting this bottom. It's a good spot. And let's just back out a bit here. So we've got potential trend coming in here. Potential trend here. And then actually we're coming into another good spot right in here. The 70-50 mark is a good mark right there. Okay, I'm gonna buy that. Right on this, somewhere in this trend we could see pop back up. I'm gonna buy that again. And get into one more. So we'll have 3 on this layer if we can get into one more. And then this mark, the 700 mark, right there. And then we've got this mark. Should be another good spot. Then all the way down here. And that's good for now. We'll just let the market play out until we get down to there. It sounded like you heard a bark. I don't know. I mean, there wasn't a bark, but that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it was my kids because they make all kinds of funny sounds. And we've got the stock market open now and another run down. So just get ready to buy again. Right on this 700 mark. Okay, I put in 2 positions right on that line. So the next spot, we'll get into 4 positions down here. And then we'll definitely have to start mitigating some of the losses on the top side. Okay, here's one. If I can get all the way right down to there, I'm going to get the other 3 in. Seems to be really slowing down right on this mark, so I'm going to add another position. Oh, there's a pop lower, so I'll grab that. 2, this is number 3, and number 4. All right in that spot. That's quite the leg back down. Those bulls should come back. We're buying into a very bullish market, so I'm not concerned at the moment. Still got lots of support points to go below us before we run into that stop loss down there. There should be all kinds of buying opportunities. If it keeps running down more, there should be lots of opportunities. We just need some up and down movement and we'll be just fine. So I'm just watching the balance. We're at 556. So as we gather some profits, we'll end up taking losses on the top side. I'm just I need to remember where my balance is so we can try and keep it somewhere around that mark. We may have to draw down the account a bit depending if it keeps going down. We might have to draw the account down, but we'll just see what happens when we get there. Okay, we're going to get into 6 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only on the pushes down. Okay. The heck? Where did my stop losses go? Oh, they're there. Okay. Okay, so as we can gather up some profit, we're going to take off a loss on the top side. I think we got 2 or 3 trades there. I want to hit this whole stack before we remove some of the the losses. So I'll add 1 or 2 back on if it drops down again. At some point, those bulls are going to come back in here. Okay, I think we grabbed another prop, so I'm going to grab one. On the push down, I'm going to grab another couple more, only on the push down. Okay, we're starting to see that reversal come in right now. If we can hit that rest of that layer, we should, at some point, we should get a decent sized candle here. And then we're going to take off one of these on the top side. And then on any iteration up and down, we'll just keep taking those losses off. Okay, since we've had a few, I'm just, I want to get one of these losses off. As soon as it pops back up even close to that layer, I'll just still take that loss. Or just add on now if it drops. Okay, well, there's one. I'm going to add another 3 more if it drops again. To try and keep this layer around 6 position size is what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm just going to take that 740 loss right there. So that's one out of the way. And that drew down the account just a little bit. That's fine. I think I said 756, didn't I? Regardless, we need to get rid of some of those positions. So the rule is when you grab some profit, take the loss. Okay, we got the rest of that layer. Now it's evened out to where I was trying to take that loss. If I waited just a little, I would have got the loss at a better price and we'd be around 556 where we left off. We're at like 555 now. So close enough. Now, if we get another layer, if we'll see how much this comes up. We'll got to take some more losses at some point. We'll just see how it gets through that next layer. Or if it comes back down, we'll get into another 6 again. just have a wild pinched nerve. It's driving me nuts. Not exactly sure where it's coming from, but I've had it for like the past couple days, and like yesterday it got really bad. But it's been on and off for weeks, which is unusual. Usually, if I get a pinched nerve, it will show up for a few days and then just kind of fades off, and that's it. But this one has been lingering and then coming back strong. And past couple days, this pinched nerve is going nuts. Starting to grab a few profits. This market pulls back, we'll get into some more longs again. At the moment, we just need it to go up or down. So we're still in a waiting game. And if it drops down, we'll get back into 6 at the bottom again. And then we'll do the same thing over. If it drops down, we'll buy some more, hit some profits, and we'll take off a loss again. Just keep repeating that pattern. Oh man, the connection issue again at this time. Right around this, it's 10 to 10 for me. The past few times, right around this time, getting the internet connection issues. Really strange. Why is that happening? David, do you know why that might, like, I'm not much of a tech guy. I have to do some research and see why we're getting that buffering and the internet connection issues at the same time. That is strange. Okay, if we get a pop back up, we can take off another loss. Just hit a couple more of these, take profits. Needed to hit that whole layer. If it pops down again, I'll grab a few more because we took some profits on that little pop up. 2, 3. Okay, I can add 3 more again if it drops down. 1. Two more. If it drops down further, I get into 2 more. Just still waiting for that push down to get into 2 more. And I'm still waiting for that to drop down a bit more, but as we go into this new hour, we'll likely see a good jump in volatility again. So that should offer lots of trading opportunities to get out of some of these losses. And hopefully the internet doesn't go funny on us, but it has been doing that for the past few days. I had just reboot everything before our session today, trying to see if I could get it streamlined, but I don't know. Okay, one more minute to the new hour. Starting to form a potential double bottom here. So we'll see if that does start to play out. That'll be a really good sign for us. I'm not going to assume that it's going to happen. We'll just keep following rules. But it would be cool if it did happen. Apologize for the buffering. It's driving me nuts. Okay, if we get a pullback here, I'm going to add into this with buys. If it drops, come on, just drop a little. We're into the new hour. So it's a perfect time for a reversal. And we've got a double bottoming pattern. So it's a really good time. I'm just going to have to buy right into this now. I'm going to take that, take profit off. I don't think it's going to pull back. I want it to still. Then if it comes all the way back down here, we're going to load back into another 6 positions, and that will give us a third bottom. So either way, I'm happy. If it goes up, that's cool. If it comes back down, we'll do that again. And hopefully that would shape up into being a triple bottom. But I am just going to hold on to a couple of these trades. I feel like I should have held on to a couple from the bottom, but I just kind of missed that. Either way, we should be good. Yeah, not sure. So annoying. It's trying to say we've got really good reasons for this to turn into a double bottom. You haven't had any issues out there in the stakes of Wisconsin. Um, are you not? You're still seeing the buffering on my end, though, right? Like it is my end causing the buffering and the problems, right? Like on my end, I can see I'm having the connection issues. But I'm in Canada. Okay, so as this market pushes down again, gonna buy that up. I'm gonna anticipate 1, 2, 3, 4. Grabbed a couple profits. Grabbed a couple more. If we can just hit that stack, I'm gonna take off another loss. If it drops down, and grab another 4. It's moving good and quick, so we'll take a loss right there. You can see that was a nice little wobble. We've brought our dollar cost average way down now. See, we had orders all the way up here. Now we only got to get to here. Like we're almost profitable as it is. So if this shoots down again, we'll do it again. Ah, man, I kind of wish I'm going to add one more back in here and then take a take profit off. I wanted to hang on to a couple. That was a perfect way to hang on to a triple bottom. But I mean, taking a profit is good too. You can't go wrong with just taking some profit. It's just I kind of wanted, when you get a spike down like that, it just is inviting the bulls. It's like a trampoline. You got 1, 2, and that third one, it went down too fast. So it's like a perfect spot to trampoline up, going down to go up. Obviously, it might not, but it's a really good spot for a triple bottom. So, gonna hold on to a couple trades, see if we get a move higher. Yeah, you're getting that. Bit of an indecisive spot at the moment. Can't quite decide whether it wants to go up or down from here. Still prepared to buy it back up again if it shoots down. Let's see what the longer term chart looks like. Let's go to the 5 minute for a second. And it's just, I don't even see any pattern. It's just general chop. Just totally fine. It's good for this way of trading. Might be difficult for trying to find a clean signal to get in, because you're not likely going to find a good clean signal. See, the 15 looks like. Yeah, it's just not much signal wise. Seems like maybe we're trying to build a bit of a pivot to head back up, but I don't even know. It's nothing. Well, for being the volatile hour, it's kind of really went stagnant here for a little bit. Wow, super stuck here. Really stuck. Did you find an entrance into the market, David? Anything line up for you with your system? Yeah, nothing to give you direction yet. Definitely can understand that. Okay, starting to push back up in her favor here. Maybe potentially get a break higher. It can't stay here for too much longer, so let's see which way it's going to go. Come on now. Okay, we're just slowly starting to make these pivots back to the upside, some higher pivot lows. So as we get this move to break above this high, we should get continuation. Then I also need to lock in those positions that are down below. So I'm going to just, as soon as we can just get one more candle up, I can lock these positions in. They're just barely enough room to, well, you know what? I might just try and secure them anyway. Let's just, because I just don't want them to turn into a loss. Okay, so those are all break even now. If it shoots back down, we'll just keep those secure and then add back into them lower. Oh. Okay, I'm just trying to buy the, there's the volatility coming in now. You can see the energy coming in. Okay, just taking a little, one or two profits there. Yeah, I just can't even get a read on this. What I'm starting to see maybe is this really funky, wonky head and shoulders to the downside, but it's really not very good. Like we've got kind of a shoulder here and then kind of a head here and then kind of a shoulder. So that could send it down a little bit. But man, other than that, it is just straight chop, which is fine. I'm good with that. I just don't have a read on where this market's going. So I'm just going to play the bullish side. I wish I'd played the short side a little bit more, but that's hindsight. We'll see if this trend, this kind of a trend line holds. The thing is, it's not even really a trend. Let's see if we can find a trend maybe through here. All right. Well, if it pushes down, try and still stack into just a couple more trades. I'm not going to get into the full 6 that we were in back over here. Yeah, it is just such a mess. I shouldn't be complaining. Like this is actually my favorite type of trading. I just was trying to close things up on like a schedule there, but the market is not a schedule, so we'll just let it play out. I'll just trade it as if I was just trading alone. Yeah, and you're waiting for some confirmation, which I imagine you're not finding anything in here. Pretty much just need to wait and see if it's going to break down. Because if it does break down, it might have like a decent leg. Wherever it goes next, it will probably have a decent leg. So kind of now I'm just in a waiting game. I don't really want to add to the longs here. Rather it shoot down and get a leg out of it and then buy it up in the lower ranges. Or maybe we just get a turn up, but I have no idea. You found an entry now, David? Where did you find the entry? What pair are you getting into? Okay, well, if we can just get another little pop up, we can still just take another little loss off the top and just keep bringing our dollar cost average down and closer to us. Depending on what happens next, we'll see how the market makes its next move. But we could If we just got another pop up, we could also just close for profits also. So kind of a weird way for this hour. It's usually way more movement. Wonder if it just got so much of its movement out earlier today that it's kind of tired already. You're into the dollar yen. Okay, finally taking a little profit. Just barely. Such a strange thing for the market to do at this time of day. Stuck. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. 7 minutes. It's just been stuck. So strange. Well, usually we're finished up half an hour ago, but not today. I know the volatility will come back in here at some point, but surprisingly, it has been stuck for a while. Just gonna leave one of these take profits off in case we get a rogue move to the upside. Like to capture some of it if we end up getting that. I know that majority of the bulls are behind a lot of this, so. Okay, do we have something happening here? Took a little profit. Strong bullish candle. All right, let's just take that profit and then we'll take a loss just to keep mitigating, because if this comes back down again, which it's doing. All right, okay, let's buy it here. We'll just keep wobbling. And if we need to like if we could get one more wobble, we can just get out for profits and not have to have the market break up. Okay, I'm gonna take that one, take profit off again. Oops. Trying to make a break to the upside here. Can it do it? It's the question. Like an hour later, will it make it? All right, another drop back down. We'll just try and buy this up and see if we can get another wobble in here. Okay, if we can grab that layer, take another loss, take those profits, and we'll take another loss. Oh man, this is driving me nuts. It's just so stuck. Come on. Been in this consolidation for 90 minutes. Well, 80 minutes or so. About an hour and a half. That's pretty wild. On a day like today, just to be stuck in this range for that long. Okay, try and buy this up a little bit more. Gonna be careful in case this drops down. I don't want to buy any more right when it's gonna drop, so I'll just stop there. Although that's a pretty quick drop. Well, it seems like it wants to break down now. If that's the case, we'll just let it run for a little bit and then we'll buy it up at a new spot. Okay, just took one little profit there. I'm gonna take another buy right here because the energy's coming back. Those balls are coming back in. I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna buy it again, even just in this 1 minute candle. Okay, they're starting a little bit more profit. And an engulfing bar. Psych to the sellers. If we can just get back up to these highs, we're gonna call it quit for today. Quits. We're going an extra now. Again, another funny market. Like in that candle a couple minutes ago, that was like the energy coming back into the market and then it just died off again. So it's a bit funny. Definitely a funny market, especially for this last hour. Very abnormal hour. Yeah, it is weird for sure. And there's nothing to get this market going. Very abnormal hour. I'm getting sore just sitting here too. That my pinched nerve is just driving me nuts. I'm getting okay. Here's some energy. Can we just hit these profit targets, please? Please just hit them. There's some energy. Got some participants coming in. It's dying off. Those candles are starting to just disappear. I got a feeling we're going to just see one big candle one way or the other. Just because this has been so stagnant for so long now. Okay, I'm going to add one more trade, see if I can just squeeze a little out of this tiny consolidation. It's like 3 or 4 pips here. If we can just grab a little profit in there, I can just try and wobble out of the rest of these. One more. My layers are getting kind of messy here. It's like just all one big layer. 10 or 12 pip layer. Well, it looks like it's going to break down now. I'll try and buy one more right in here. and then I'm just going to hold, see if it breaks. If it doesn't break down and we get back up, I can just peel off some of those losses. Yeah, the next red folder is the FOMC meeting minutes, I think, right? And that is 3 hours from now. Okay, it's trying to make its break to the downside. It's going to make this video this live session is going to go way too long. But it is what it is. I guess occasionally that's just what happens. The life of trading. Okay. Come on now. Let's just check this. See the 5-minute chart. We've got a really good turning bar on the 5-minute now. We just get a little bit of follow through. That's all we need. Just another 6 pips or so. All we need is for it to go here. 7 pips. On a day like today, 7 pips over to here should be very attainable. I'm going to just bring these targets down. I'm going to put all the targets right in here. And if we even test that high, those body highs, we're out of it. Out, just completely done. Just a test of it. So we've taken some losses on those upper ones, which is fine. We'll be taking the losses using the take profits. That's active risk management. Come on, you've got it in you. I know it's got it in you just to pop up. Come on. Not down, up. Man, talk about a patience tester. Would never have thought on a day like today that we would get this. You just got in on the pound dollar right in the last minute of your session. Like it essentially is just meeting your time frame. It allows you to get in. This is driving me nuts. I'm not good at waiting. No, I need to tell myself I am good at waiting. I am good at waiting. Josh is good at waiting. So did you get short on the pound dollar then? Or are you going long on the pound dollar? Kind of curious to see what that looks like. I'm going to pull it up. Uh, Pound dollar. Okay, well, I know what I'd do with it, but what are you going to do on that pound dollar? Literally in the last 3 minutes. Yeah. So which way are you going on the pound? Short on the pound dollar? Seeing this really sharp line here. And when you get a sharp line like that, oftentimes the market tries to make a mess of it and break it. Not always. It's really been, and it can go anyway. How far down has it come now? So the pound dollar has come down from its top down to here, it has, 56 pips it's dropped. Wow. Price dropped below the opening range. And retested, broke back out at 3 minutes before the end of the session. Price dropped below the opening range. So, like the stock market open range, like where is the opening range in this thing? Would it have been like that, right? That pivot right in here? So if we broke that pivot, is that the opening range? And we broke down below it, is that the signal there? Price broke below the low of that candle, and then it retested. When it broke back out of the range, that was your entry. Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting it. So maybe this is the 15-minute chart. Maybe the 5-minute chart would be easier to. So we broke down below, we came up and tested it kind of like in here. And then right there, it dropped back below. So that was the signal, right? Right in here. The 15-minute equals the range, the 5-minute equals the direction, and 1 minute is the entry. Okay, so I think I kind of got that right. I think I understand what you're doing, which I think is a great way to trade. I'm just going to lock in my little trades down here. Those got to be not losers anymore. So those guys have to remain winners. Man, just one more push up and we're just going to call this the day. pushing my personal patience here. Me being able to hang on. I mean, it's going the way that I want it to now, so just hang on, Josh. Gotta give myself a pep talk. It's hard when you're sitting here for so long. I'm gonna buy this down mark drop. If I can just get one more push back into the profit target, that will probably be it. I'm not gonna keep fighting this forever. Five-minute breakout of range. 1 minute is retest of range. Enter after it leaves range in the direction of the breakout. Gonna walk away from the screen. Reduces need to find any trades. I do 2 trades as long as they meet my rules. If 1 win and 1 loss, I give myself permission for a third. Yeah, that's good rules, man. Good rules. I need to walk away too. I'm just getting drained sitting here. I'm getting impatient. I can't believe this. We're already too late in the day for a third now. Yeah, it's late in the day for sure. I was hoping to just wrap this thing up a couple minutes ago. Very similar charts at the moment, the euro and the pound. Well, I think I may just still wrap this up. Like this is getting hard to just sit around here. Usually I get into my workout by now. And getting beyond that now. Oh, the euro never gave you the signal, but the pound did. They're almost the same too. They're very, very closely correlated. But the pound has had a stronger run up, and then it also had a stronger run down. Had that like almost 60 pip drop. My neck is just killing me just sitting here. Yeah, let's just call it. You know, I'll finish up with what I've got locked in as profits, and we'll finish it up. And then hopefully I can wrap up with similar profits later. Like I just also need to walk away too. I can't just keep sitting here watching this. Like very often, I walk away from the computer for minutes at a time. Like I don't worry about my trades. Just let them do their thing. And I'll work out sometimes while I'm doing my trades too. Okay, so let's see what we got here. The balance is 956 36 minus where we started, which was 95.48. 95.48.8